The Assistance of the Elves. Once there lived a cobbler with his wife. He had no children. He was so poor that it was not possible for him to trade in large scale. He was able only to make one pair of shoes a day. He purchased leather for a pair of shoes and tanned it, then brushed it, at last cut it into the shape of a shoe, and the next day he stitched it to a real shoe. This was his way of work. The little profit he got from it was not sufficient to live well. One day he cut the tanned leather and put it aside in the shop, thinking of finishing its work the next day, and went to sleep. In the morning, when he woke up, he saw a pair of finished shoes in the shop. He was astonished greatly. He took the shoes, and after prompt scrutiny, he found that they were very neatly sewn and the stitches were perfect. It glazed in the sun when put in the sunshine. That day the customer came to that shop, and he was very much enchanted by the beauty of the shoes. He purchased it, giving more money than the cobbler expected. With that money he bought leather for 2 pair of shoes. After preparation he cut them and put aside for the morrow. But when he woke up, he saw 2 pairs of finished shoes. He sold it, and he could buy raw materials for 4 pair of shoes. The next day for 8 pairs of shoes. Days and weeks were passed. The number of shoes produced was increased to a great amount and comfortable to it. The business also increased. The poor cobbler soon became a rich man. One day, the cobbler and his wife decided to find out the truth. Very covertly, they hid behind the curtain and waited. When it was midnight, 2 naked elves came to the shop and started to stitch the shoes. The robust elves very nimbly stitched them fast, and completing the works returned. The cobbler's wife felt sorry for them, and she made for the 2 elves beautiful dresses. Then she kept those dresses on a table in the shop. That day the elves came to the shop. When they were about to stitch the shoes, they saw the dresses on the table. At first they were shocked, but soon they relieved. They went to the table and wore the dress. They jumped onto the table and started dancing. They sang and danced. After a while they went out of the shop. They had never come back to the shop again.